After weeks of headlines and off-field distractions, the prospect of another sit-down meeting with the coach has us extremely nervous. We're in the final 4 weeks of what's been a special season, and despite our, I guess some would call, overinflated ego, we still came here to win football games and prove our doubters wrong. With us losing favor with the national media over the past few weeks because of our antics, we can't afford the media fallout that would occur if coach benches us. Time will tell the impact of our decisions. Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your favorite pilot, Conscious Buddha, and we are back with another episode of our Justin Dawkins Road to Glory, and we are looking to kick off the second half of conference play, but we still had that meeting with Coach looming over our heads. We got the call, and we went to his office to sit down with him, and we were expecting to get benched, but he actually told us that we were a finalist for 4 different postseason awards. I mean, we were shocked. We knew we had been playing well, but we never imagined making this big of an impact this early on, especially on the national level. Coach Day told us not to focus on the awards and to just show up ready to win, but suiting up for our game against Purdue, we couldn't help but think about how insane it would be to win all those awards, and we don't know if it was realizing that our play has been finally validated by the media or just a confidence boost by having Coach sound so excited to share this news with us, but we would enter this game on a tear. And we would come out on the first quarter kickoff, and we would light up the returner. And later in the quarter, we would read the out route perfectly and come up and lay the stick on the receiver, forcing the fumble. And we're playing at such a higher level now, getting another chance to prove why we're here and playing distraction-free football for the first time in a long time. Even with all eyes on us, we finally feel back in our element, making the plays that got us this scholarship and all the accolades we received. And on this third down play, we'd showcase why we deserve those accolades, coming out in man coverage, and we would read this crossing route perfectly and make the interception. And we'd take it up the sideline, and we would throw this smooth double move on the QB, taking it all the way back for a touchdown for the first pick 6 of our collegiate career. Hyped off of that play, we would come out here on the ensuing kick, and we would punish the returner. We'd come out later on second down, and we would come close to getting our second interception of the game. And later on, we would get the solid pass breakup here on the receiver coming out of the backfield. And we would finish out this game coming out on 2nd and 10, and we would read another crossing route perfectly and come up and make the big hit on the receiver coming across the middle. And our team would win big on the backs of great safety play by us, proving that not only do we deserve those award nominations, but that we could come up in the clutch with a great performance to remove any doubt. And with 3 games left in the regular season, we knew that we'd need more performances like this, not only to clean house at the award ceremony, but to also wrap up an undefeated season and lock in our number 1 seed heading into the playoffs. And we would carry that mindset into our next game against Illinois, and we would come out on the first play looking to make a big statement. And a big statement we would make as we field the kickoff, take it up the left sideline, and we just outrun all the defenders, avoiding these last couple of tacklers here, and we would take it all the way back to the house for a 104-yard kick return, our first of the season. And our teammates would be hyping us up here, and we would ride that energy onto the defense as we come up here and make the huge tackle for a loss on 1st and 10. We'd come up later in the quarter, and we'd get the easy tackle here on the crossing receiver, holding him to a minimal gain. And our momentum would slow a bit, and we'd let Illinois back in the game, and they'd take the lead with this amazing diving grab by the receiver. And we knew we'd have to answer, and we would do just that, taking the ensuing kickoff, finding a seam, and breaking it loose up the middle for a 94-yard kick return, our second of the game. And we would be in a zone after that game-changing play, and we would come out here on defense and get what we thought would be an interception, but the receiver would actually make the catch here. We'd get back in the groove, coming up to make a big hit on the ball carrier, and then our teammate would come up and get the strip fumble, forcing our first turnover of the game. Early in the fourth quarter, Illinois would be knocking on the door in their comeback attempt, and we would stuff them to force a turnover, all but sealing the victory. And we'd lock up this win against Illinois, this time by making 2 big plays on special teams to help our team stay ahead. On top of being the best safety in the nation, we've quietly become the best return man in the nation as well after a record-setting game returning the ball. And we'd come out against Indiana 2 games away from a perfect regular season and feeling that momentum growing. And on this first down play, we will blitz the quarterback and come up for a sack. And on 3rd and long, we'd come out and we'd read the screen perfectly and come up for a tackle for a loss. And we would look to continue the success of the previous week by getting the kick here, taking it down the left sideline, having 1 defender left to beat, and getting all the way down to the 3-yard line. And our offense would only come up with 3 somehow, and we would take out that frustration on the crossing receiver. And later on in the game, we would absolutely hawk this passing lane for the interception, and we'd score our 2nd pick 6 of the season. And I mean, we read this passing lane perfectly, making the instinctive play, coming out of our coverage, making the pick, getting the score, and extending our lead. And with 3 minutes left, we'd get one last opportunity to get a return score here. We'd bait left and go right, and we'd find space up the right sideline, but we would actually run into our teammate here before getting tackled at the 6-yard line. And we'd pick up another decisive win, and we're rolling on all cylinders as we head into the final week of play. We've been playing on another level this year, and we need that heading into the next weekend because it's time. It's time for the biggest rivalry in all of college sports. This one is for the bragging rights. Months of preparation, all culminating in one Saturday afternoon. This is the game that makes or breaks careers. This is the game where legends are born. We touched down in Ann Arbor to some cold weather. The field was frigid and wet. Our check practice was a slippery mess with forecasts calling for snow on game day. Either way, we knew we'd have a battle on our hands, and we would have to be prepared for whatever came our way. And we're ready for this game. We'd come out early in the first, and we'd get involved in the run game, holding the running back to 3 yards. Later in the drive, our teammate would get close to picking off J.J. McCarthy, and he'd wish he could have that one back. On 3rd and long, we'd get the big sack here, ending the drive. And their punter must have watched film on us because he would not kick it our way, and Michigan would get the favorable bounce, and the ball would end up inside the 20. Our offense would score, and McCarthy would get it back in blood, hitting Roman Wilson over the top for the massive gain, and we would have to hawk him down to prevent the score. On the next play, McCarthy would hit his tight end over the top of our heads for the score, tying it up. After a quick turnover, Michigan would be in the red zone, and we would have to track McCarthy down to save the touchdown. Coach would take us out for some reason, and they'd score. And we'd come out looking to make a big play on the kickoff return, and we would break down the left sideline for a huge gain. After tying it up, we'd come out trying to bait the QB into a bad throw, and we'd give up the big gain to the receiver. And on the next play, McCarthy would find him again across the middle. Coach would pull us out again for some reason, and we'd let up another score. McCarthy has now completed 10 passes in a row, and you can make that 11 as he will find the running back coming out of the backfield on the angle route here for the first down. On 2nd and long, he'd hit Wilson over the top of our head for a big gain, and at this point, he can't miss. On 1st down, we would lock up all the receivers here, and we'd get the strip sack, but Michigan would actually recover. And they would rush to the line, trying to clock it and catch us out of position, and McCarthy would get greedy, and we would come up here with a big interception, hoping to give our team a chance to get back in this game late in the first half. And we would start the 3rd quarter with momentum on our side, and McCarthy would absolutely crush that by dotting Anthony here for a 70-yard gain, all the way down inside the 10. and coach would take us out as we let up yet another red zone score. Down by 2 scores at this point, we need to make a play here as we field the kickoff in the end zone, and we will come up with nothing here as we will get bottled up here for just a 29-yard gain. We turn the ball over again, and McCarthy would come out and hit Wilson across the middle for his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And it's getting ugly here, but we're still fighting as we will read this crossing route by the tight end and come up and make a tackle for a 5-yard loss. On 4th down, we would try to track the short punt, but we'd muff it, and it would get recovered by our teammate, and we would be in great field position, and we would leave scoreless again. On 2nd and long, McCarthy was finding his receiver in space, and we would make the big hit on the sideline, cleaning his clock. And on the next play, we'd read the double routes coming across the middle, and we get our 2nd pick of the game, praying that it somehow changes the tide. After yet another empty drive, we'd get desperate trying to jump the under route, and we'd blow coverage over the top, allowing McCarthy to throw his 6th touchdown pass of the day. And this game will be over. Our most embarrassing performance of the year on the largest stage so far. And despite our heroics, we couldn't stop the Michigan offense and McCarthy, who had a career day. And we're left wondering why coach subbed us out on so many red zone sets. We were clearly the only ones who showed up defensively today, but we couldn't help our team when it mattered most, and now our season may be lost because of it. We'd end up winning all 4 awards we were nominated for after posting 130 tackles with 6 picks and 2 defensive touchdowns and another 2,000 all-purpose return yards and 3 scores. But that would be bittersweet, as our Michigan loss would cost us a spot in the conference title game, further putting our playoff hopes in jeopardy. Now all we can do is wait and see where the committee ranks us heading into selection day. That wraps up episode 5 of our Road to Glory. Next week, we'll see how far we dropped and if we performed well enough to still earn a playoff bid. Till next time, you guys know the drill. Stay safe, stay conscious. I'm out of here. Peace out.